Tatum. Knocks it loose. Durant with the steal. Thompson left side. Outside, KD. And Pritchard pulls it down. Celtics leading by 6. There's Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Smith for 3. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Tatum with it. Now Smith defending. Pritchard with a wide-open look. And it's Boston with another.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
It's really a team effort out there right now, which is great to see. No one wants to be the weak link.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Houston with a big group substitution here. It's trailed by 10. No one near Shepard as he lets it go. And his first shot of the game, no good. Pulls up, high post. The Rockets pull it in. Here's Thompson.
Oh! That's as good as it gets. Woo!
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
To the middle. And the dunk by Brown.
Excellent all-around performance so far against the big lead.
Well, it's just an outstanding effort thus far. They've done a great job at both ends.
And the look of Green is a real issue for the D. His arms just go forever, which often results in a lot of shooting fouls.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
And, guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
Pass to Keita. Brown outside. Just 5 on the clock. Over KD. The kick out to Tatum. Here's Keita. Second shot opportunity. Tatum's shot is off. Here's Thompson. And Thompson slams it home.
And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
And the foul on Tari Eason. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Pass to Brown. Shoots over KD. And so it's the Boston Celtics bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field.
9.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And the Celtics, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
They've been active, they've been disruptive, but now the question is, can they maintain this level of intensity?
Left side, Tatum. Back to Pritchard. Clock at 6. Here's Brown. Offensive rebound. Outside, White. They set the pick. Brown, no good. Rockets trailed by 7. To the paint. Here's Green. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
White is double. Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. It's rebounded by Şengün. And it's the Rockets with the ball. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Here's Tatum. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, you got to really do a better job on Tatum once he gets on the way up. Excellent at fighting his way through the defense there and still able to convert.
Rockets trail by 8. Pass to Thompson. Back to Durant. Thompson outside. Here's Eason. Here's Smith. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
And you see the floor awareness Smith already has. Phenomenal job knocking that shot down before the clock.
And here's Tatum for 3. And he's good on the 3-ball. Tatum's got 6 in the quarter.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
He powers through. Size and skill. That is a tough tandem to contend with.
Brown outside. Shoots from 14. And it's Durant with the rebound.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Celtics lead by 9.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's ready to talk things through with them. It's trailed by 9. Pass to Okogie. Inside. Here's Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Doesn't get any easier than this. Capella's work ethic is what allows him to get those dunks.
Outside, White. Here's Brown. The rebound by Davison.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
He seems like he's moving okay, but clearly something isn't right.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
A nice shot by Brown.
That's a smart pass. Get it to Brown and just let Jalen cook.
Pass to Capella. Here's Eason. Back to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
It's Brown on the wing. Over Eason. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
And Brown can score from anywhere, which is what makes him a big problem for the defense.
On the wing, Green. To the wing on the left. Okogie for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss. What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
Sweet touch inside from Brown.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
And so it's the Boston Celtics up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Boston leading by 12. Pass to Tatum. And stolen by Şengün. Here's Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Assist. Great anticipation by Şengün, which he quickly turns into a fast break.
Here's the screen. Brown wide open. He fires. Sinks the triple. Brown's got the lead up to 13 now for the Celtics.
Well, those are the ones you're happy to get every trip down the floor if you can.
Back to Tatum. Lets the three fly. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. What a shot by Durant!
And there's no shot Durant can't hit. Has an amazing touch from way outside the arc.
Pass to Tatum. Shoots the three. Rebound by Smith. Rockets trail by 10. Here's the three. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
KD could sit out there all day and nail threes if the defense lets him.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Celtics leading by 7. Outside Tatum. At the elbow, it's Brown. It's rebounded by Houston.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Got to be a little embarrassed by that one.
Thompson outside. Back to Durant. Over White. That doesn't go either for Durant. It's stolen by Eason. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. That one falls. Durant's got 8 points in the quarter.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
In order to cut into a lead the way that they have, you must be outstanding on both ends.
Jacks up a three. And it's White with the rebound. Boston leading by 5. Left side, Brown. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And the Rockets making a change here.
Substitution.
Here's Houston now. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. It's Durant on the wing. Back to Thompson. Pass to Durant. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over White. The Rockets again can't hit. And Boston has possession. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Now here's Durant. Lots of room. He squares up and sinks it. Durant's got 12.
Well, that's not great shot selection right there, but you'll take anything that goes in.
Outside Tatum. 1:11 left to play in the third. And it's Brown missing.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all. And Durant, so dangerous as a scorer. He can shoot it from deep, also beat you off the dribble there. He just stops and pops.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. There's a minute left in the third quarter of the game. Pritchard feeling it out a bit. Here's Tatum. Inside. Tatum finds the deuce.
Well, you know Jason Tatum can score, and that's exactly what he's done thus far.
Pass to Capella. Rebound by the Celtics.
What a contest. That looked like a guaranteed bucket.
A three-pointer is right on target. White's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
And the basket by Okogie. So it's the Celtics now. The lead is 2. Now Pritchard. 7 points in the game. They get it back. Pass to Tatum. Lets it go with the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Tatum's got 5 points in the quarter. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Celtics lead by 5. And we're coming back in just a moment.
Houston, 39.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Here's Thompson. Oh, nice!
Look at that. Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Left side, Tatum. It's Brown on the wing. It's rebounded by Şengün. Rockets trail by 3. Pass to Eason. Durant drives. Looking for Eason. He gets it there. Shot clock at 5. In the corner, Smith with it. No good on the triple. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
Give it up to Brown. He's so dangerous off the bounce.
Pass to Thompson. Thompson is double. Here's KD. Rebound Boston. Brown outside. On the corner. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. 4 on the clock. 20 feet out.
With his size and lateral quickness, Smith has all the tools needed to be an elite defender.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
And one of the responsibilities with being a great player is making free throws.
Tatum no good.
Well, his three-pointer just hasn't been there in the second half.
Thompson. Oh, softly lays it in.
And the offense has just operated really smoothly here in the open floor.
And it's why every team in this league now looks to run. The numbers say you have an advantage. This is exactly why they go to him in these spots. These guys believe in his ability to come through in the clutch.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He's not taking any chances. It wants to huddle him up right away. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, over the break, I listened to Ime Udoka's huddle. He encourages guys to stick with it, saying, I don't care what the scoreboard says. If we can play hard, that's all that matters. We can be the stronger team. So that's what coach is looking for.
Thank you once again, Allie. Lays it in off the window.
Excellent job finishing on the inside. Tatum doesn't fear going in amongst the threes.
Down he goes for 3.
And this this is a statement bucket. If you weren't excited about Smith already, how about now?
And here is Tatum. Outside Brown. Beyond the arc. Cleared away by Capella. Nuggets trailed by 3. Durant with it. Picked up by Brown. Pritchard fires. Knocks down the 3.
Oh, man, I wish I played in this era with all of this space.
Thompson jacks up a 3. Not that time. It won't go.
Yeah, I think he forced that a little bit there. Should have tried for a higher percentage look from the 3. Yeah, keeps on shooting, keeps on missing. Maybe time to go in a different direction.
That one goes. Count it.
Man, that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I'm surprised because he's a guy you have to key on for something like that. You can't let him get one that easy.
There's 49 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
And priority number 1 is got to be the finish guy, not the fancy stuff.
White left side. Outside Brown. Here's Tatum. Now Brown. 5 on the clock. For 3. Şengün with the rebound.
No time to waste on this possession.
We're going to have to act quickly right here.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Completely unfazed by what's at stake. That's just clutch.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. And he commits the intentional foul.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
And does the pressure affect it? Nope, not that time. Not for players who practice these moments. Well executed.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that hall?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
You're definitely going to have to get a 3 here and then count on them to miss free throws. Defensive rebounding is so important, and he fought for that one.
Third team foul. At the line, Peyton Pritchard.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Here's Durant. A deep 3. Oh, that is a big-time jam.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Well, you see this all too often. The effort has to be there first.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
Jason Tatum at the line for 2 shots.
So he can't get either to fall. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and